So hi everybody and welcome back to the C++ tutorial series for absolute beginners. This is video 334, and in this video we want to talk about the eligible move constructor, and this means just if the compiler can use the move constructor. First of all, if it's deleted it can't use, makes sense. And the second thing here is if there are associated constraints, which we have not talked about. I click on it, it means there is constraints and concepts. And if this is satisfied, then the compiler can use it, but we have to talk about this in a special video. That's why we skipped this. But just remember, these are special requirements, and here are more requirements. Then the compiler can use the move constructor. And in the last sentence, we have here, it says here, a class is implicit lifetime type or trivially copyable type. Yeah, and this kind of stuff we have watched again in a separate video, because this is what this type really means and what this one means in detail. But in short, we can say here the compiler is trying, if this one is satisfied in both cases, it is trying to do again this memory copy, this special copy, which means the compiler can optimize out the constructor. Even if a constructor is defined, declared, it can ignore it because it is optimizing it out. And this one satisfies these requirements then. And here we have some notes. This is again a little bit a repetition. For example, the first part here, it says here the strong exception guarantee. This is this word no except, which we talked about with the move constructor here. When I click on it, then you can see there are exception safety. We have here 4 parts. This one is that one which this constructor is using. And it says here the function throws an exception. The state of the program is rolled back to the state just before the function call. And here is an example. So you can see the program is rolling back. So when here something happens, instead of terminating the whole process, it falls back to the call, but not but also marks this one as not eligible, what we just learned, because yeah, we can't use it anymore. And when we can't use this one here, it means if there is a copy constructor provided, it will use this one instead. All right, this is this part. And then we have here just information how to use L values and R values. Here is an example down. For example, we are creating here a variable called A1 and with the struct A here. And interesting is this one is an L value because it's a variable, it has a storage place. And then we create another variable, an object, it's called A2. And what we want to do is just assign A1 to A2. But interesting is here what we do here. Instead of assigning it directly, which we would call what? The move constructor. No, the copy constructor if we would assign this directly here. But instead we want to use the move constructor. So we have to convert this L value to an R value. And we learned this std move or static cast would convert this L value here to an R value. And if this is an R value and I try to assign this one here, then it can call when it satisfies every requirement, this move constructor here. And this is the way we can do this. That's saying in this notes here. And here is one more interesting thing. It says here also, if the move constructor, for example, here is defined, I mean, if we are trying to use it, but let's say the struct A here has no move constructor, then it is forced to use the copy constructor. But here we have a problem because, like I said, this one here, this part here is creating R value and especially X value, this A with double ampersand. But when we watch here the parameters, you can see here's only one ampersand. the type is not the same. And here you have keep in mind, this is the special case with the word const. If const is here, then every x value or r value can bind to this one here. So which means even if we have not provided this move value, which would require this double ampersand here, it still will bind it to the move constructor here as a fallback in our case. So here it's trying to use the trying to find a move constructor. It is not finding a move constructor, and it is falling back to the copy constructor. Yeah, and that's it for this one here. And in the next video, we won't talk about these examples again, but more in detail with every object and see what they are doing. So if you have any questions, like all time, write in the comment section. See you in the next video. Bye and good luck.